When I was a kid in school, there was a few choice students, you could say. I was one of them. I was kind of a weirdo, you know? And it wasn't really because I was just strange, it was how people perceived me. One of the things that was a defense mechanism for me was to make funny faces or noise at people that would pick at me, you know? So instead of fighting with the other boys, for instance, if they started picking at me or calling me names, I would just make a weird face or a weird noise, like I would hiss at them or something like that. And it usually kind of kept me safe from them, you know? Nobody wanted to fight with a weird kid. Nobody wanted to pay attention to a weird kid. And that was better than getting beaten up, so it worked for me. But as I grew up, I kind of grew out of a lot of this stuff naturally, and I was still a loner, but I wasn't really labeled a weirdo, although there were some really weird people in high school, both girls and boys. I remember a few choice ones. Nobody ever did anything very strange or dangerous or anything, but there were some of them that had some unpredictable behavior. This story today, this animation, is about one. Horror Shorts Party animated a story about a weird kid in school, and it looks pretty interesting. Listen, make sure to support the animation community. Head on over to Horror Shorts Party's channel, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and if you like reaction videos like this, click the subscribe button on my channel. Let's get into the story.
This is a story about a girl in my high school. I go to high school just like any normal person would,
Right.
but I was having a little trouble with my grades. So I started staying after school to do a little extra work to bring my grades up.
That's
but I've
smart.
noticed in school that there has been this quiet girl that attended tutoring alone with 8 other people. The thing is, I would always see her staring at me.
Creepy! Are you a stalker? Look, I've caught people staring at me before all the time, and I don't know who it's more awkward for usually, because typically when you catch somebody staring at you, they stray their gaze away immediately. And it's obvious, but it's reactionary and you kind of sense it, right? Especially if there's some romantic stuff going on, right? Sometimes you'll just stay looking at them if you want them to know that you were looking at them, like if it's somebody that you're interested in. But most of the time, it's because you just staring at them to check them out, and then they notice you, and then you're like, oh. You act all innocent. Y'all know y'all was staring. It's something that everybody does.
Never taking her eyes off of me.
Oh.
I really didn't mind it, but it felt really creepy. This kept going on for about 2 weeks. At this point, I was feeling very uncomfortable.
I guess so.
One day when school ended and tutoring started, I sit as far away as possible from her. We go home at around 6 p.m., and this day I got on the bus like usual. There was only one bus because there aren't so many people, and as usual, I would sit as far away as possible from her.
She was just
But
watching.
that day, when I got off my bus stop, she got off too.
Oh.
This was weird as she always got off at a different bus stop, but I really didn't pay any attention to it.
You didn't ask her? Like, hey girl, why you keep staring at me? In school, this would have been something that if I would have felt troubled about something, I would have probably asked, because as awkward as it is, you're in a public place, you're protected, right? There's teachers, there's faculty that can help you out, there's other kids, nothing crazy could happen to, well, I won't say nothing crazy could happen, but the likelihood of them doing something crazy is a little bit lower, you know?
I thought maybe she changed her bus stop or something, I don't know. I really didn't think about it. It was getting dark, and it was about a 1-mile walk from my bus stop to my home.
Dang.
But I noticed that the girl has been following me for about 2 minutes.
That
and I
close?
didn't know why. This, of course, bothered me, but there wasn't really much I could do. I just ignored her, minding my own business, and I kept walking. 2 minutes later, I noticed that she kept following me. I started to get the feeling that maybe she was lost or something. It was dark, and then she started talking to herself. She was acting really weird, and I just wanted to ignore it, but she kept whispering to herself.
This is starting to get creepy. I ain't even gonna lie right now. I'm starting to kind of get the chills.
I could hear mumbling. The sound was getting closer and closer, so I picked up the pace. When I picked up the pace, she also did too.
What the heck?
She then let out a scream that was so damn loud that it almost made me pee my pants. I started sprinting.
What?
She went chasing after me.
Oh my
I was
god.
getting scared, so I ran around the neighborhood. I didn't want her to go to my house because she would know where I live. Around the corner, I saw a bush large enough for me to hide in.
Well, In the bushes.
Then she stopped as she thought that she lost me. When she stopped, she took a deep breath and she ran away. I stayed there for about 5 more minutes just to make sure. I was thinking to myself that this girl was insane and had some mental problems. After this horrifying experience, I didn't go to after-school tutoring again.
She's watching from the locker, dog. Oh, man. That was pretty creepy. I ain't even gonna lie. Oh, man. Look, I didn't see that coming. Like, the whole screaming thing. That's kind of wild. She just flipped out, man. She definitely was probably mentally disturbed. You never know what's going on with people like that. But it's also very scary because they're unpredictable, right? Normally, when you meet people out and about, most people you can kind of determine whether or not they're stable, you know what I mean? And people that you can obviously see that are mentally unstable naturally throw you off balance because these people don't always have a grip on the boundaries of right and wrong or even safe and unsafe, you know? So I don't know, it's crazy. You hear stories about stuff like that happening all the time, like people getting hurt or even killed because some people were doing dumb stuff with things when they didn't realize they can hurt it, like people playing with knives or, you know, whatever. But I don't know, it's crazy though. But to think that old girl just started screaming and chasing, good lord, I would have been scared. Man, I hope y'all really enjoyed this one, guys. Listen, make sure you go over to Animated Horror Shorts Party, click the subscribe button over there. If you like the reaction video, click subscribe here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.